Hello, Kindred. How are we this evening?
Still not a kindred.
Give it time, my
Alive.
dear.
Yeah.
Y'all find yourselves tonight still in the middle of the Pussycat. Tonight's festivities have yet to conclude. We left off about halfway through last time. Having been given a message about lost friends and needing to find certain someone's father. But if memory serves, a few of you were a little confused as to how you were supposed to pull that off and who it was even referring to. Jimmy and Dorothea sitting at a table talking. Audley has gone oddly silent. And when you look around, none of you seem to be able to find Prue anywhere. She's gone. You don't know where she went. It's like one moment she was there, and the next she's gone. You ask around, nobody saw her leave. She's just gone. We open tonight in the middle of the Velvet Pussycat, in the middle of Seraphina's little bit of shindig, VIP party. Bunch of notable names, invite only, very exclusive. However, Seraphina has yet to make an appearance tonight. So we open the floor to you lot. Play for a bit. We hope you enjoy tonight's show. As you're milling about, stage downstairs, the lights dim. Ambient lighting comes up. Music starts playing throughout the entirety of this place, almost like they've got speakers in every wall, everywhere. Speakers in every booth. No matter where you are, you can hear it crisp and clear. And a very elegantly dressed lady walks out on stage and starts singing some of the sultriest tones, the very decadent jazz. Floor is yours.
Jimmy's still contemplating watching where Dorothea is for the moment, who I would assume, due to said ending, would mean that she was close to Maeve. Is that correct?
You're gonna have to speak up.
Oh, I'm explaining that Jimmy is watching Dorothea, who at last session had walked over to Prue and the gang who were hovering around Maeve. Jimmy is looking at Dorothea still, waiting for either her return or just observing at present.
Dorothea, what are you doing?
Dorothea, with the last session, she was happy to depart the table with the excuse that Prue gave her. And they kind of headed over to Isabella and I believe Maeve before Prue disappeared.
And for the rest of you?
Sweets would have made herself comfortable back in her booth probably once because a few things have happened, things have been said, and Sweets has just kind of pulled back to her table with her picture with Lucas and Maki probably.
Yeah, Maki would have joined.
Yeah, and we're just kind of at this point, it's enjoying the fact that nothing is on fire, no one's trying to kill us. Like, it's just a good vibe. There's people doing things, and Sweets is very much of I just want to have my fucking drink, and everyone else can piss off.
Maki, Sammy, Isabella.
Isabella's probably still close to Dorothea and Maeve, and is very much of the, well, your dad's dead. Mine's at the hospital doing who knows what or who knows who. So, are we sure it's not for somebody else?
Maeve, I'm going to get you to roll me a wits plus insight, please.
How do I do that?
So,
I haven't had to roll yet.
on your character sheet, you're going to find wits. You're going to find the number of dots beside it. Wits is under your attributes. How many dots you got? 2. Now you're going to find insight, which should be under skills, and you're going to find how many dots you've got next to that. 1. Actually, do you have a specialty in like divination or tarot cards or something?
I think we talked about it, but we hadn't put it on my tarot sheet or on my sheet.
And I
Okay.
would absolutely understand that that would be under cult.
Not in this case, it wouldn't. Okay. So you're going to take those dots and you're going to add them together. So you have 3 dice altogether. You should have at least 1 hunger on your sheet because you are kindred, which means one of your dice gets replaced with a hunger dice. You'll need to mark it off. That hunger is always there. The only way to get rid of it is to kill somebody.
It's not what I meant to press. Okay. So I add a hunger dice to this then.
No, you're gonna. So you have 3 dice altogether. One of those dice gets replaced with a hunger dice. So you have 2 regular dice and a hunger
Okay.
dice.
These are not the dice.
Yes.
Doesn't she have 1 in what was it, insight?
Yes, and she has 2 in wits. Therefore, she has 3 dice. One of those dice gets replaced
Oh,
with a hunger
right,
dice,
right.
which means 2 regular and 1 hunger.
I thought she had 3 in wits. My bad.
Got 1 success, and then I've got 1 fail, and then
Use your fail on a hunger dice.
no, my I have technically 2 successes if you count the hunger dice.
Okay. Are your successes 10s?
I've got an 8 and a 9 or 9. 8 and a 9.
Thank you. 1 moment. Something to that effect.
So Jimmy has now taken to picking up his journal book and is now writing
Okay.
with a pen that looks like a spoon.
Okay.
She turns to Isabel and she says, was the father that's in the hospital, is it your biological father?
Biologically speaking, probably not. I mean, he's my dad in all the ways that matter, so.
I mean, that's valid and all, but I don't think that's what the cards meant. The impression I got was that it is relation by blood.
I have no idea who he is. Nor have I ever really cared.
You might want to start, because I think if you don't, it may very well lead to certain doom for those around you, and possibly yourself.
Don't suppose your fancy little cards could give me a hint then, because I was dropped off at a church in the 1960s, so he's most likely dead.
The cards don't necessarily work like that, but it's not. It's not to say they won't give you an answer. And she takes her deck out and she shuffles it in her hand. And she flips the top card. And it's the Tower card again. And she's like, well, no, hold on. And then she shuffles it again, and she shuffles it again, and she just keeps flipping. Every time she shuffles it, it comes out with the Tower card.
I'm gonna take a guess and say that's not good.
I'm going to say they don't want to talk anymore. And quite frankly, I'm a bit new to the area, so I couldn't give you an inkling of where he is even if I wanted to.
It's okay. Maybe I'll try asking the Google and see if they have any idea.
Sammy sort of gives a because she's been around this entire time. Or you know you have someone that has a specialization in missing persons, right?
Yeah, but you're about to go on vacation. I don't want to give you another thing to hyper focus on and take you away from Jasper. He'll be pissed.
We're currently still working on getting all of the details of that vacation settled. Until we do, I happen to be open.
Well, try pulling one more card. Maybe this one won't be the Tower. Maybe then it will be something. Doubtful, knowing my luck. Just disaster all around for me.
You notice that this is not the deck she originally pulled out, by the way. It's like she has pulled out an entirely different tarot deck out of nowhere. And she's shuffling, and then suddenly she stops, and she pulls out a card. She looks at it and she's like, well, that might help you. Does the Emperor mean anything to you? I get the feeling he might be a ruler or someone in charge. Maybe someone
The
you know,
only-
in fact.
The only people who I know who hold a position or power are my adopted father and the prince. And if the prince is my father, that is going to be weird as fuck.
I hate to interrupt, but I've been kind of listening in on this whole conversation, and
You're an eavesdropper.
of course I am. But
He's been watching us this entire time, darling.
yeah, so as I was gonna say, I don't know if it's blood, but if my memory serves correctly, wouldn't Ryder be considered the leader of his pack?
Well, yeah, but he's not my blood father.
Have you
We
taken a
look
paternity?
nothing alike.
Have you taken a paternity
what?
test? A paternity test.
A what test?
A paternity
What is
test.
that?
It's a test.
I don't know what that is!
It's a DNA test.
What's that?
It'll determine whether or not. Well, you go ahead. You tell her.
Yeah, it's a test that can help you figure out through let's TLDR this fancy science, essentially who your dad is. You can literally do a test to figure it out. I mean,
Medical
spit
magic.
out a database, but yeah.
It's at this moment, Maeve chooses to just slide away and go find herself a drink.
Okay, but I thought we don't want, like, stuff in databases.
Well, it's more along the lines of you would have to pick the person that you want to check to see if they are your dad. That's the thing, unless there's... I mean, I do have some contacts in theory, but that would be a stretch. Your dad would have to be in some sort of criminal database in theory.
Would the fact that Ryder is a werewolf mess with the test?
Ooh, that I don't even know.
Would the fact that I'm a ghoul mess with the test?
No, not really. Well, there's the other possibility. Could always get a Tremere involved.
Oh, that's right.
What would a Tremere do?
From the back, you hear Sweets with her drink in the air. Blood magic, you morons! And he goes back to her drink.
They have a certain ritual, if I'm not mistaken. It's a rudimentary one, but it goes into depth. And when I mean into depth, it can map out your entire genealogy. It can determine who your dominator is, or in this case, or not in this case, who your sire is, what generation you are, that kind of thing. And if by any chance you may have a gene or two that might be right up there.
Curious how it works with a non-kindred, though. But that is an interesting idea. Way above my pay grade, as usual.
Okay, next question. Am I supposed to give my blood to a Tremere? Because this is kind of sounding like the whole you don't give your social security number to strangers type thing. And is this something that I would get disapproving looks from both Ricky and Ryder from?
Probably not. Actually, for questions of this magnitude, we know a Tremere.
Exactly.
Yeah, but she's currently not doing well.
She's doing better than she was.
Can't we find another Tremere that's not, like, on death's second door?
The problem is, I have a feeling if we wanted to do that, we'd have to go through official channels. And we really don't want to go through as many official channels, given they're already minorly angered with us as it is.
You mean this fancy smanchy place that is worked on by magic doesn't have one of these blood mages? And we
haven't
can't
asked
ask them?
As soon as the boss shows up, so to speak, we can ask her, because she's got all these connections.
I was just thinking if it was more comfortable for you to have it done by someone you trust and know.
Well, we need answers, so I don't... If Seraphina trusts them, I'll trust them, because she's a smart lady. And I've been meaning to ask her, because apparently I need something... She looks at Sammy, called a mask?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. I specialize in that.
Oh, so how much would I have to pay you to have you make me one?
Are you part of the Coterie?
I think so.
Then nothing.
Awesome. Okay, that's one thing off my to-do list. She says she takes out her little book of big questions. Flips through it. Look at Dorothea. Dorothea, am I forgetting anything else I need?
No, a mask. You're missing father. That seems about it.
Okay. Alright, I will give you the name, information, shit. You can handle the rest. I have no idea what the fuck goes into this. And I guess we gotta wait for the boss lady to make an appearance so we can ask her if she knows any fancy schmancy blood mages that aren't going to use my blood for nefarious reasons.
Sammy then looks over at Dorothea and it kind of leans in, kind of making it a bit more. Can I steal you for a second?
One second.
Steal me? Steal me for what?
An apology? From me.
You guys are capable of doing such things?
Yes.
I guess.
Thank you. And if you're fine with it, she'll lead you to a corner. Essentially, maybe if there's a booth or something that's not occupied or something like that, something where we could get a little bit of privacy, given the circumstances.
She'll go with Sammy.
But yeah, she'll get you to that kind of situation. It says, okay, so I owe you an apology. I'll explain myself, but still. I went off on you in the hospital. And I had reasons. Audley was sensitive enough in that moment as it was, so it wasn't exactly the best timing to slam her into a wall. This isn't me blaming you. This is me just giving you some context. I understand why you did it. And then she kind of looks over at Isabella in a distance. She's the only thing you've got right now. I get that. If you don't think that I care about that kid, and maybe you care about her more than I do, this isn't a competition. She may not be mine, but she might as well be at this point. I might as well have 2 daughters instead of 1. So when I tell you that, trust me, I give a crap about that girl. That is not an understatement. Well, it might be an understatement because I could add so many more adjectives to it.
I said, darling, it's right here on the floor. No prayers, just jazz and candy.
She looked at us and told us that I didn't want to burden you, because she does that frequently.
And we're gone tonight.
And this was something really important that she needed to have told us, and she didn't.
Oh, sugar, your fingers burn like fires.
At least we've got it staved off for now, but we need to figure out this whole memory thing. I don't know if it's something to do with him bringing her back or what, but I have a feeling the minute she popped back into existence, this started. And again, this stuff's above my pay grade. You probably know more about it than I do. I deal with physical stuff. As much as I'm a kindred and all of this stuff, this is all above my head. I watched that woman read a deck of cards, and I have no effing clue how any of that worked. Complete Greek to me.
You came for music, but stayed.
So,
Now you're caught in my gold
I'm sorry for going off on you.
chain.
Honestly, anybody that I care about,
Things like a gift,
I take on a motherly instinct with them.
but you don't want
Weird habit. Don't know if it's healthy or not. Don't care.
me. So play me down, boy. Don't think
But that doesn't mean because now you're with us that I don't give a crap about you too. I know what he did to you. I slightly understand more than you think.
Empower your
That
students
sort
to
of
be more
situation.
authentic, impactful writers with Grammarly's comprehensive AI writing assistance.
So right now, I'm proposing that the 2 of us can work together. Because I give a crap about that girl, and I know you do. So instead of all this petty BS between the 2 of us, and I'm saying that I've been petty too. Instead, I'm sorry, but she's more important than anything we might be feeling right now. And I'd prefer to bury it and take care of her instead of us bickering like 2 old maids and us end up losing her in the process.
Yes, Ocean.
All good.
Okay.
I will accept your apology because I think you might understand. You have Grace, your daughter. Grace, for the present, is mortal, which means she may suffer some of the side effects of mortality, which includes dementia, Alzheimer's. So what happens if Grace forgets you? How would you feel looking in Grace's face and knowing that she does not remember you?
Grace seemingly pops up, holding a martini glass of all things in her hand. Even got the little olive in it. Pulls the olive out, puts it in her mouth, slides the toothpick kind of back down, takes the olive, sips the martini. Have you considered letting me worry about that?
Just a heads up for future reference. If that happens, you'd better have something good to get bloodstains out.
There are...
'Cause the amount that will pour out of my eyes, I don't think anything could hold.
I've got this. Just give me a second. Again, takes another sip and turns straight to look Dorothea straight in the face. There are things about me. I don't know if I exactly qualify as human anymore. Honestly, I don't know what the hell I am. I do know that if my life is in jeopardy, I really feel for whoever is on the receiving end of that. It ain't just me here.
It isn't a question of your life being in jeopardy. It is an example, so Sammy here can understand.
I get that. And one thing that I have come to see, at least with the people in this group, is that they tend to deal with things one thing at a time, the problem right in front of them. They tend to solve that, fix that, whatever they need to do, and then they move on to the next pressing issue, no matter how much is thrown at them. And the other thing is, they always seem to have each other's back, no matter how much they're arguing and fighting. They know what they're capable of. They bicker, they squabble, but when it comes down to it, they would take a bullet for one another. I've seen it happen. And with that, Grace actually turns to look at Isabella for a moment. I've seen it happen. And she was human when she took the bullet.
Oh yeah, that hurt. That hurt a lot.
I have less concerns about what happens here with this group than I do with most others. Despite the fact that it's a mishmash of human, vampires, what have you. It's weird. A few months ago, I didn't know any of this existed. And now I've got what was it again, Mom? Gangrel?
Yes. That's what's in your head.
I've got a gangrel in my head. My life is in danger for any reason. She tends to eviscerate first and ask questions later. I know you're protective. I know you're worried. And I know from what it looks like in your own way, you want what's best for Isabella. And I know you're angry at Audley because you don't think Audley did the job right. But what I'm telling you is they did the best job they could have. Given the shit that's been thrown at them, I challenge anyone to do any better. Shakes another long sip from the martini glass. I don't know. I don't really know you. You don't seem like you want to get to know people. You seem reserved, pulled back, like you really just don't wanna. But if you want to see how this group works, you want to see what they're capable of, get to know them. Open up a little bit. Sure, it hurts. From what I understand, those are the connections that you need to hang on to.
You see, I try, and then people butt their noses in when there shouldn't be, and I'm not allowed to speak. So don't forget I said anything. It doesn't matter anyway.
Then you are going to spend the rest of eternity alone. You are going to die alone, with no one to watch your back. I'm not saying you have to give a lot. What I'm saying is, like, you're here now. You tried making a difference?
I was trying to have a conversation with your mother, and then you butted in.
That's because you were talking about her, Dory.
I was using an example that Sammy would understand.
I'm not the example you think I am, is my point.
Then, as I said, forget I said anything, because it doesn't matter.
I'm not trying to upset you. Can you roll me... Wits plus awareness, Dorothea?
Five.
For just the briefest of moments, as you're looking at Grace, you see her eyes flash yellow and then they're right back to the way they were. She doesn't say a word. She drains the glass, puts it on the table, turns around and walks away. Look, if you're looking for a friend, I'll be around. No judgment. I'll be there to listen. But ultimately, it's you that's got to make that first step. And she walks off.
You say no judgment, but you sure were quick to tell me how wrong I was.
Bye,
And-
sis.
Then you weren't listening.
Nor were you. But people don't listen when I speak.
I heard more than you think I did. We're gonna pause for break. We jump back into tonight's festivities. We're going to open up with Sammy and Dorothea.
Grace put that glass on the table in front of them, right?
Yep.
Whenever she downed it.
Yeah,
Sammy's gonna
she
pick it up.
downed the liquid that was inside of it.
Tammy's gonna pick it up and take a sniff at it. Does she smell alcohol in that glass?
Not only do you smell alcohol, you're not sure there was anything else in it. And that glass was full.
Either my girl's about to have a learning night, or I'll deal with that later. Point is, you're hypothetical. Yes, I get it. Although, when I said I understand, I meant more along the lines of I'm not exactly being the biggest fan of your actions of your sire slash person that was, in my case, standing in for my sire. I get it. Trust me. There's a reason why I left an entire country just to come here. And even amongst all that, there were bits in there. We're utterly chaotic. Sometimes even the word stupid could come to apply to us. But there is also at least me opening my arms, if anyone else. Regardless of how this conversation ends or anything, the offer still stands. We have a mutual interest. And I get it, when you go through what you've gone through, it's really hard to trust anyone ever again. So, that's it. That's all I really had to say. And she picks up the glass. Excuse me, I need to have another talk. And then she gets up and walks across the room.
You find Grace kind of leaning against the bar, against the railing, overlooking the stage area. Her eyes are closed. She's swaying back and forth to the music, almost as if she's completely enraptured by it.
Leans against the railing right beside her. So, is this your first time, or am I going to need to be prepared to help you out with this later?
My first time at a bar?
You're 18, dear.
Yeah. Oh, come on, Mother. You can't honestly tell me that your first drink was at 18. You really don't think I was that straight-laced, do you? Had you for a mother.
Yeah, I deserve that. Very well.
I can hold my alcohol.
I'll contemplate that later. And then she leans up and just walks to another part of the place.
Grace leans up against the railing, sways back and forth. Yes, Ocean, I saw that.
I'll wait till you finish.
Go ahead.
Oh, mine's more narrating my character, so I'll wait until
Go
you're
ahead.
done. Okay. Well, Jimmy gets up, looks at Maeve, walks towards Sweets, gesturing for Maeve to follow. Sits down with Maki and Sweets, and expectantly looks at Maeve.
Maeve's already been like, she has like a martini glass with several cherries in it, and she's already been making her way towards Maki and Sweets. Sizing up Sweets, trying to like decide what's her deal, while like just eyeing Maki. And then gingerly takes a seat down with them.
Sweets just... because it's Jimmy that brought you over, like, as you guys get close to the table, she's been, like, lounging in her chair with the chair pushed back so it's only, like, 2 legs, with her feet on the table. She's gonna get down and just kind of, like, use her foot to push a chair for you to sit, and then just bring her foot back. You obviously have your own drink. Make yourself comfortable. And she's gonna go back in her
Thank
plane.
Thank you.
Jimmy's pulling out his notebook again.
Oh no, Jimmy has his notes. You're using the spoon pen again.
I like my
So
spoon
it's a pen.
Yeah, it's a pen.
Yeah,
It's got ink.
Very
Lucas
interesting
made it
pen.
for him.
Can you also use the other end as a spoon?
multi-purpose.
I don't see why not. It's a spoon. But
A
it's
tool
a
should have multiple
pen.
uses.
I do love a multiple use tool. Good multi-tool is very useful.
sort of like multipass.
Good movie.
So you're a diviner.
Paulina, check your DMs.
I would not use that word.
But that's what you're doing, though, yes?
I would say I have a certain skill that I have had since I was very young that follows me. Whether that is divining, who can quite say? She just leans back in her chair with her strange little concoction with cherries.
Well, it certainly seems like everyone up here is having a good time.
As none of you noticed, you were all enraptured with your own conversation. A very elegant-looking Seraphina strides across the floor this evening, greeting people one by one. Somebody walks over and hands her a drink. She takes it, sips from it, and then finds herself at your table.
Hi, Seraphina.
Good evening, Jimmy. Are you enjoying the festivities so far?
Not necessarily my taste, but it's others.
Well, I appreciate you coming all the same. Sweets? Sweets is not there. Sweets is there. Sweets, how are you finding the festivities? I know this isn't your typical cup of tea either, but...
Well, an invitation from you is always welcome, obviously. And you have a very nice place. I can't fault you that. While it's not exactly my vibe most of the time, you guys make good drinks, so I can't complain.
That
And no
we
one's trying to
do.
kill us tonight, so that's always great.
Oh no, darling, trust me. The wards here have been reinforced tenfold since that little incident we had a few weeks ago.
Awesome.
Maeve,
You know what?
I
I
trust.
might even ask for your. I might even ask for your ward guide. I have a feeling I might need one on my car.
I imagine we could do something along those lines, although you will probably owe her a favor or two.
That's how it goes in this world. But I'm willing to pay the price if the ward is good.
Oh, trust me, my wardsmiths are excellent. Maeve, darling, how are you doing so far?
Enjoying the new people, new perks of the job. I love the establishment you've built.
Thank you. I am quite proud of it as well, especially with our newest addition to... Well, I suppose it would be called the newest perk, which I will be revealing tonight. I do have to check on the others to make sure they're all doing okay and everything is to their liking, though anything I need to be made aware of, I trust everything is going smoothly up here.
I do have a question.
I might have an answer.
So Jimmy's pointing at both Seraphina and Maeve. How did you two meet?
How do I meet anyone, Jimmy?
I figured you had other business that even I don't know.
I do.
That's why I asked.
I can't reveal all my secrets, Jimmy.
Sure you can. All you have to do is open your mouth, use your tongue, and...
A lady can never reveal all her tricks.
That's
And
not true,
unfortunately,
either.
Jimmy, Unfortunately, Jimmy, we are not close enough for me to open my mouth and use my tongue to do tricks with yet. Now, if you'll excuse me, Maeve, please continue being a wonderful hostess to these lovely people.
Maki will speak up
Gladly.
from next to Sweets, because Maki is also at this table.
I did not know that, because she
Yeah,
would turn her
Maki's
attention
okay.
and be like, Maki, I do not wish to mix business and pleasure, but my person does have most of the documents done, and I will have them delivered to your establishment later for final signings and for your people to go through them, my dear.
Maki kind of sits up, because she was lounging, almost asleep, and kind of goes, sounds great. I'll make sure that as soon as those get delivered, they are promptly dealt with. I also will let you know that invitations will be going out soon for an event at my bar.
Of course. And I, of course, will be in attendance for it if it's the event I think it is.
It is, but no need to talk about such dark things during a night of pleasure.
Of course. Send me all the information and I will have something. I will make sure my calendar is free for that evening.
Of course. Enjoy your evening. Great party.
Excellent. Enjoy the festivities. Have a drink. Have a chat. I will be unveiling the latest addition to the Velvet Pussycat a little later this evening. But first, I want to check on the rest of the coterie and make sure they haven't gotten up to any mischief yet.
Of course. Maki just kind of waves, because she's just kind of like, not all here.
Be careful of Dorothea. She's a little prickly tonight.
Oh, you mean the stinky cheese? Yeah.
Stinky cheese.
Dorothea.
Yeah, you know, like one of those like really stinky cheeses that puts you off the minute you're near it, but you can get to know it. They're apparently really good.
Oh, also, there's been damage
Oh.
done to the table 3 booths down. A knife gouge.
Why has there been damage done to one of my tables?
I
Stinky cheese.
apparently threatened her with trying to get to know her, and she didn't like it, so she took a dagger and slammed it into your table. My apologies.
I see. I
Mhm.
see. Very well. I will have a discussion with Miss Dorothea about that. I'm going to go check on Dora May over there and see how she is doing first. You all have a lovely evening. Maeve, keep doing what you do best, my dear. She says, and she's going to glide over towards Dora May.
Dorme this entire time has been on the phone with one of her ghouls. Brianna, I know what he said. You're telling me there's nothing that can be done to get that price down. Standing firm. Principles. Ugh. You. No, honey, I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at the situation. We'll figure it out. Just keep doing some digging. We'll see what we can find, okay? All right. And definitely get some good night's sleep, okay? Yes, honey. All right. See you later. Bye. Hangs up the phone. Oh, Seraphina.
Doing
hi.
business at a party? My dear.
My sincerest apologies. My ghoul just had to call me and let me know about a possible property I'm interested in buying. But the seller,
Oh?
but the seller is being, let's just say they're being stubborn.
What property are you trying to buy, my dear? I wasn't aware you were interested in real estate.
It's more of a recent thing. You remember that lovely little place that you had us go to get Cassie from?
Ah, yes. I know of it. There is a reason I couldn't go myself, as I'm sure you saw.
Exactly. To put it as delicately as I can, and I'm pretty sure you'll agree, it is a pox on this fair city and on this fair block. And I am sorry, but I just cannot let a place like that stand. I had to throw away a 1945 Dior suit and shoes. Yes.
Oh my goodness. You poor dear. That is simply awful.
I know. Such trifles at the end of it all, and well, let's just say after having a discussion with Cassie and thinking about what good I can do, I have a vision for it. And well, let's just say part of it will involve a lot of us and many baseball bats if we can get the person to sell.
I can think of a few people in your party that would thrive in that sort of chaos.
Break it down and build something a little bit better. I think, anyway.
And they're giving you a hard time with it?
The bastard wants $200K for the property.
For that place?
Sentimental value and strong principles are his exact reasons. I'm trying to get my ghouls to dig up anything horrible that we could possibly blackmail him with, but sadly, my girl can't find anything. Dude's not even
Well,
on
I mean,
Facebook.
No. Are you sure he's not one of us?
I mean, it would make sense, but for all accounts, he's normal. Or not like
Well, you
us.
could always have a gangrel send some vermin in. Lower the value that way.
Oh, it's a temptation, but sadly I only know of one gangrel.
I'll hack his ass. That place was disgusting.
Have you tried to?
It is a blight on this fucking city. I will burn it to the ground.
Have you tried ghouling him?
Arson, you say? That sounds fun.
Ghouling is a good
Before-
idea.
Children!
Before we commit arson in this fair
Continue, Jimmy.
city, I know some people who might be able to help with that. If not with that, Maki over there, my dear, can help with basically running his entire business to the ground socially. Or possibly I could have someone look into doing something for a price.
Well, I know you definitely would be wanting to help, especially when you hear the vision that I have for it. And is Sammy nearby? Me.
I imagine Sammy's at the table, like, at least 10 feet away.
Dorme will just kind of wave over in Sammy's direction to kind of get their attention and be like, come here, come here, come here.
Okay.
Yes, and bring
So-
your friend with you. Is this Dorothea? I've heard about. The one that stabbed my table.
Oh, she already walked away from Dorothea. So that was
Darn it.
She was left in that booth alone, so I don't know what Dorothea's doing right now. You'll have to ask Myriad about that.
Myriad, where is Dorothea?
Still in the booth where she was sitting with Sammy before Sammy left.
Pardon?
She and Sammy went to a booth, and then Sammy left, so she's still in that booth.
But yeah, Sammy will see you wave over. She'll look over at because she was talking to Jasper and everything. She'll give the couple's move of place hand on arm, say something, and then walk over. Yeah, Dora May, what is it?
Okay, hear me out. I am trying to buy the local.
Okay.
It's negotiations are ongoing. But
Right.
my plan is after we all go in there and essentially wreck this place to the ground with, I'm assuming you leading the charge if you want to, no pressure. Tear it down, build it into an actual decent bar, and I have the perfect name for it.
What?
Belle Gracie's.
Nice.
And I figure it would be a decent place for maybe if certain dolls want to maybe get away from whoever they are, whoever is trying to own them, maybe some awful people. They just can come up to the bar, ask for the Red Sky Special, and
Safe house. I like it.
what do you think, Seraphina? I mean, if it's not doable, then obviously, but I want to make it doable.
Well, actually, this would help with what I'm working on here. So I'd be willing to see if some of my employees would be willing to help, at the very least, try to lower the price, or maybe be a bit more persuasive to the current owners to make it seem like it's their idea.
If anybody can, it's you. And you know me, I don't like asking for help unless it's necessary, but I think it's this case. It's necessary.
Very well. I will see if any of my employees are interested at all in helping. I can't make any promises. I can't do much, but maybe we shall see. Like I said, I'd have to talk with some of them. Some might be able to help. However, it appears that another associate of mine has decided to make a coterie with some of my employees. So they've been off doing little shenanigans here and there.
I have no idea who the hell that is.
Would this involve a certain journalist that we may or may not have sent your way?
Ah, so you've met them. Yes. Echo has decided to... commandeer is not the right word because they still work here, obviously, but procure my head bartender, my mixologist, who is also one of my wardsmiths, as well as my head of security.
Man, she moves quick. I'm sorry,
They, my dear.
They.
Yes, they do, although I am not surprised about the head of security because, and you did not hear this from me, they have been thirsting after them for a bit.
I haven't heard anything, and speaking of thirsting, she looks at her glass. I'm gonna need something stronger than this Nightshade Sangria, though it is delicious. But if you are willing to possibly, well, after we procure the property, if you are thinking about some kind of partnership, maybe in regards to once we have everything set up and good to go.
Of course, my dear, of course. I'd be more than happy to do that. Is there anything that I need to be made aware of? Is there anything you need of me? Because I'm about to do... I have to go speak with Dorothea about how it's not okay to stab people's tables. But is there anything you wish to bring up with me besides for this? Is there anything you need of me? Do you need drinks? Do you need services? Do you need a doll? anything at all. She's looking at both Dorme and Sammy as she's speaking.
I just
Well,
need to go to the bar and get me a whiskey sour, but other than that,
on my end, I hate to continue the cardinal sin of pleasurable night, but business being brought up. But, your, reader, I think they're called. I don't know. You know, I don't understand this stuff. Anyway, gave us some interesting information, and it would appear that we need to find Isabella's father. The problem is we're not exactly sure how to start that process, and if you happen to have anyone that might have anything that could track a human being down, maybe through a blood relative, something like that.
One second. Now, I'm assuming you mean her biological father and not Ryder.
Correct.
You are aware we found her on the stairs of the Basilica when she was an infant.
Yeah.
The only reason we knew her name was Isabella was the fact that it was embroidered into the blanket she had.
Exactly. Which is why I didn't know if maybe you had some contacts that could do any sort of magic that's above my pay grade or anything like that.
You want a Tremere.
Yes. Because we have one, but I don't think she has those particular skills yet.
Well, actually, you met one that does.
Oh.
At least I think she was up here not too long ago. Little redhead, space bun, seems to run on nothing but sugar.
Yes.
oh, she is such a delight. I adore her.
She did seem nice.
Yes, she is very nice. She is also older than I am.
It figures.
And I'm speaking almost, well, actually, no, over a century. So she has practiced her craft for a long time, and if I tell her this is for a personal reason, then she will do it for me, if only to get a bit more leniency with some of the restrictions I've put on her recently.
Are you okay with that happening?
I'm guessing you need to find Isabella's birth father for a very good reason.
Oh, your reader was something around the lines of... I can't remember the exact wording, but it was very doom and gloom, let's put it that way, which I don't quite understand how that could be a thing, but...
The unfortunate thing is Maeve's readings are very accurate, so if it's doom and gloom, then that's one thing. I can have
Catastrophic
Ro...
repercussions.
Thank you, Maeve! Unfortunately, her readings are very accurate, so that is a concern. Very well. I'll have Isabella go see Ro before you all leave tonight, and Ro will come to you with her findings. I hope her Domitor doesn't mind too much. I know him somewhat. We aren't close. But if he's like a typical Bruja, I know they're very protective of their ghouls. So this would be a case of the...
Protective is putting it extremely lightly.
Oh?
Just an observation. But anyway, you were saying, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, no, it's fine. Like I said, I will have Ro speak with Isabella later this evening after the reveal. I have to go find Miss Dorothea, and then we will have the grand reveal of the latest addition to the Velvet Pussycat.
She points
All right.
over at the booth and says, "That one right there."
All right, you two have fun, have something to drink. I will have Ro discuss with Isabella, and you two have fun now. Not too much fun, though, she says, and she's gonna once again glide and just like effortlessly go into the booth at the chair of the booth.
Dorme's gonna get herself a whiskey sour because sangria was good, but whiskey's better.
Before the Seraphina thing starts, Maki just announces, like, by the way, I'm hacking the fuck out of this guy.
Thank you, my
He's
dearest
hit-
Mom. Thank you, my dearest Mom.
Yes, I-
Any sludge you can find in that guy's septic tank, I want to know about it.
Oh no, his ass is toast.
And this is why I love you.
Jimmy
And
turns
this
to
is me not knowing anything about this because I'm a detective. I don't know about crime. If you'll all excuse me, and she just walks.
You just
as
need to
she's
know,
saying it.
and Dorme's gonna walk with you. You just need to know about the best bourbon they got in here. Come on, let's go.
Jimmy now is just very quietly speaking with Sweets and Maki, going, "Hey, so do you remember that thing that even the Coterie has been made aware of? Apparently there's missing persons. And it's been kind of all over the place. I've been kind of curious of why that seems to be going on the sidelines right now. I don't know why, but it feels like it's going on the sidelines."
Oh, you mean that? Oh god. Fuck. It was like what? Like oh god, it's been a whirlwind. It's like it was like right after like the whole Shadowlands thing. Or was it during? I don't even remember. But the elder, the scary bitch. The scary bitch. That's all I know about her. The scary bitch.
The Methuselah.
Yeah, that.
Methuselah,
Whatever the
yeah.
fuck they called it. The scary bitch that just went poof and nobody knows where she is.
Right. I mean, even Elizabeth wanted to go after her and save her. And I think this has something related with apparently what you're talking about with the Basilica.
I know.
I mean,
maybe.
all I know is there was no way if this had happened back home.
I would assume that this would be our number one priority. Someone from the Coterie is missing. We haven't even met this person yet. And I think it would be probably behooving to us, at least, if we started making progress on where they are.
Well,
I
also
tried putting feelings out when I first came to town and started working Seraphina. My sister's been looking into it because she's been here longer, but so far there really hasn't been much. She's really fucking weird. You don't just lose a fucking Methuselah and then sit on your thumbs.
Yeah.
well,
I think it's
also
important.
it behooves me. Behooves. That's such an old fucking word, Jimmy. I swear to God. As far as I'm aware, they're the same. The people that took her are the same that took me, and that behooves me very much. And yes, she is kind of giving Jimmy a slight jab, but in a friendly, fun way. Because, well, I want to kill the bastard. And she's saying this with a very unsettling big smile. I want to kill the bastard.
You want to
So-
do something about it?
Oh, I definitely want to do something about it, because if we find this Methuselah, I 100% bet you I'm going to find the bastard who did this, and I'm going to gouge his eyes out. I think it's a great plan.
Do we want to paint the town red with his blood?
Ooh, I'm going to make him wish he was never born.
I like how you think. So, what do we do about it?
Well, and this
Ow.
time Sweets is going to bring her chair down because she's been still leaning. She leans across and gets right close to our newbie here, our lovely lady with the cards.
Jimmy's
And that's
just
exactly what she
turning.
calls you, the lovely lady with the cards.
Jimmy
I
just
don't suppose you could be of help.
slowly turns to said lovely lady.
So I assume that she's heard everything that you guys have said.
We're not being subtle.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Because I've been like over here being like notes mentally. But also she's just like she's looking at you and she's like fast. She's like in her drink, but she's also been like leaning closer and closer, listening to this. Just like Methuselah. It sounds like you've had quite the adventure lately.
That's the problem.
Hmm.
That's the problem. This all happened before we even came. It's being dropped
Yeah, we
in
kind
our
of got
laps.
pulled into it. Poor Marky was. Let's just say she's got good reason to want revenge, and I'm here to back her up because she deserves revenge. And they took my fucking car.
They did take your car, Sweet, so that's kind of just a crime in itself. But also, they hung me by a meat hook.
Where are Maki's hands at this moment?
Oh, Maki's like got her hands on the bar, just kind of like placed like this on the bar.
Like, okay. So like Maeve just like gently reaches out and like touches her wrist and like slides her hand down and just like, oh, that's meat hook. That's horrible. I'm so sorry, darling.
Maki 100% is into this, and it's like moving her hand with Maeve's, and it's like, oh yeah, it was so awful, and I could definitely use some cheering up for it. But I also, and she kind of like moves her hand away and like brings it up like this, and she goes, but I also think you look like you know how to have a good time in murder and mayhem. Painting the town red with, you know, the blood of your enemies.
Jimmy's pulling up the book and going, I believe the words you used were a certain particular set of skills.
I do happen to have a certain particular set of skills, some of which definitely pertain to the interest in revenge.
Ah,
and getting
revenge.
Even, and justice for those that need it.
Just FYI, there's something just slightly below you never trade with a Chinese person or a Chinese trade center is you never go in on a bet with a Sicilian when death is on the line.
Maeve fully like leans back into her chair laughing and it's just like so maybe I should explain. No, it's too much. Let me summarize. I don't always know when I will have answers to things. Reader is probably the best way to call me, as Seraphina does. But when I have answers, those answers are very good. And very accurate. One second, I'm having mic issues.
Cursey mic.
Darn mic issues.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I would be very willing to help you on these endeavors of revenge, mayhem, maybe a little bit of chaos thrown in.
Jimmy turns to Maki. Well, Dread Pirate Roberts, what do you say?
As you wish.
About this time, we're going to shift back to Seraphina and Dorothea for a quick moment, as Seraphina apparently quickly attempts to swallow the pizza she shoveled into her face hole.
We're all watching.
Fuck you.
In character, Seraphina just had popped an hors d'oeuvre from a tray and then suddenly feels like the eyes of God are on her for some weird reason.
All right, Seraphina effortlessly glides into the booth. Her hands gently fold over one another. She looks at Dorothea.
I thought that name sounded familiar. You were Isabella's friend back at the hospital.
Yes.
I'm glad you two found each other.
If you could call it as such.
What would you call it?
I call it finding her, just to nearly lose her again.
Seraphina glances over at Isabella, who is hanging out near Grace, doing little sister things of like, I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you, before looking back at Dorothea. It doesn't appear she's lost.
No, but that's through some hoodoo stuff that she's not slipping any further.
Yes, I've started to get an inkling something's going on with her from what the Coterie has said.
And I take it that upsets you.
Yes, because I had to point the problem out to them in the first place.
And is anyone here able to stop the problem?
Like I said, some weird hoodoo thing stopped it from progressing further, but we don't really know how to fix it.
So no one here currently can solve the problem.
Correct.
Is that why you stabbed my table?
No, I stabbed your table because they were not listening.
All right. Well, I am listening.
And what is it that you want to listen to?
You're in my establishment. I want everyone to leave here having a good time, or at the very least leave content.
I need Isabella to be fully fixed for that to happen.
And how are you going to do that?
Not a clue. But you're the one who said that you want to make sure that everybody is content. Or at least had a good time.
Well, I currently will have one of my Tremere do a blood test to see what's going on there, to at least see if her biological father can be tracked down. I'm going to take a wild guess and say you're more of a lone wolf than a pack hunter.
Being a part of a pact requires a certain level of getting along with people, which I don't do.
Do you know where the term lone wolf originally came from?
Not a clue. Probably from some TV show I wasn't allowed to watch or books I wasn't allowed to read.
Not quite, my dear. The term lone wolf comes from a phrase used to describe wolves that have been exiled from the pack, whether because they had a sickness or sometimes it was because they were cast out for reasons outside of their control. Wolves that were too large, too scrawny, runts. A lone wolf without a pack dies. There's a reason why, even though kindred are typically solitary hunters, we gather in groups. Even the most solitary among us often have to rely on one another to make sure we live another night.
And is this you trying to barter with me to make nice with them?
This is me telling you that when you have no one, you will not survive in this world. Why do you think I surround myself with such powerful, influential, or interesting kindreds? She says as she gestures out towards the entire burlesque house.
Because you're someone
They're
who would be
safe-
bored if you didn't have nice things to look at?
Because there is safety in numbers. And it'd be such a dreadfully lonely life to live, to be alone, my dear. Something I'm sure you are aware of.
I know what it is to be alone.
Do you like to be alone?
It's my life.
That it is. And I can tell you're an introvert, and there's nothing wrong with that. I have a few introverts on staff as well. Some haven't seen the light of the burlesque house since its opening because they prefer to be in the background. However, that girl over there who you seem to care so much about, she says as she points to Isabella, who is currently leaning against Grace and just pointing out different things she sees in the burlesque house. Grace is probably humoring Isabella. That girl cares a lot about this coterie. And she is loyal. And she is kind. If you make her choose, if you do something that makes her have to choose between you and the coterie, she will hate you. Or worse, she will tear herself apart trying to get everyone to get along.
I'm
I'm
not
not
going to make
saying-
her choose between me and her and them.
I know you won't do it intentionally, but she cares about you. She wouldn't have invited you here if she didn't. I'm not saying you have to be best friends with them. I'm not saying you have to be family with them. I'm not even saying you have to like them. But sometimes to cohabitate with one another means just being a little less prickly.
I'm going to get her taken care of, and then I'm going to go back home.
If she lets you.
I didn't come here with the intention of staying.
You look me in the eyes and tell me that girl won't try to force you to stay and be her new best vampire friend.
She has one of those already.
You know, there's this amazing concept. It's very new that you're allowed to have more than one best friend. Revolutionary, I know.
If it is better for her that I leave, then I will leave. But I want to make sure that she is okay first. Because none of them noticed what was happening.
And that's because she was very good at hiding things that she didn't want people to notice. Why do you think it took us 2 years to realize she was a junkie? She is able to hide things she doesn't want people to see. She may not be a good liar, but hiding things, that girl excels at it. It is an unfortunate skill she learned. And if she doesn't want you to worry, then she will do everything in her power to make sure it's not seen. Something I'm sure you are aware of.
As I said, when I am done here, I'm going to leave. Because she really doesn't. She may want me here, but she doesn't need me here.
And that is valid as well. But don't burn all your bridges, my dear. Because when they're burnt down, it is very hard to build them back up. She says, and she gently pats her on the hand as she stands up and just snaps her fingers as the music dies down slightly.
Seraphina, it's your show.
So I imagine most of the important people are already up at the VIP area.
Mhm.
And she looks out at the group. Ladies and gentlemen, and all of those who do not conform to the gender binary, I thank you for coming to this little soiree for the grand opening of another part of our lovely establishment that will be open to those who are on a very exclusive VIP list. With the help of one of our newest associates, Miss Callie, we have opened what we are affectionately calling the Dollhouse.
Cassie.
Cassie. For your decadent pleasures whenever you need to top up a bit, perhaps enjoy some debauchery, there is private sections for you to enjoy that our dolls, with their full consent, are willing to help you with your wildest dreams.
Marcus
Dormant.
steps into the side. Whatever that might be. The only rule is you're not allowed to kill them. Because then I get involved.
Dorme just does a little. Damn.
For those of you who are not aware, this is Marcus Blackwood, our head of security, and he takes that job very seriously.
Damn.
For those of you who haven't seen Marcus, Marcus is built like what I like to call a brick shithouse. very well muscled in all the right places. And looks like he could pick a lot of you up and just break you by looking at you.
He is over 6'5". He has slightly tan skin from when he was embraced. Crew cut hair that is a dirty blonde color on his right arm. You see a faded tattoo for the Navy SEALs and piercing green eyes that just scan over the lot of you.
Oh. If Seraphina has no objections.
As question.
Yes.
Hey, Seraphina, can we rent him real quick?
Unfortunately, I am not for sale.
That's why I said rent.
Maki leans to Jimmy. Jimmy, the word is borrow. Borrow.
But that would
Maeve just waves.
I'm just trying to get so that he's big enough that he could take on a whole army. We should probably take him with.
Before you leave here tonight, you will all be given what we are affectionately calling for the moment our VIP passes. Only those with this pass will be able to access the Dollhouse. As it's located in the VIP area and only trusted people get the VIP pass. Shall we?
We shall. And Jimmy, to answer your question, that it would be between you and him, and his prices are very high.
That's all right.
I could
It was not necessarily for anything other than doing what he would do normally.
That
I
covers.
can think of a few things.
That unfortunately covers a lot of ground. You're gonna have to be more specific, and tonight is not the night.
I want your number, please.
We'll talk.
I'm going to shoot your shot, Jimmy. I'm proud of you.
Marcus and Seraphina lead you down not a back hallway, it's more of a side hallway. Curtained off area. Steps through a bit of a closed door. As you step in, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and kill the music for a moment. As you step into the room, it's a very large room that has been compartmentalized into many smaller areas, almost mini rooms in and of themselves. The first thing you notice is that your footsteps kick up clouds from the fog clinging to the floor. As you walk through the door, it's almost like your senses are overwhelmed is not the right word, because it's almost like you're able to focus on one thing at a time as opposed to hearing everything all at once. Just what's right in front of you. It mutes the dark floors. The only sound your footfalls telling you it's polished stone rather than worn wood. Cubes march in order along the floor, giving the impression of exhibits in a museum, though they are framed out in lights of neon red, beckoning you forward to look at an art display. Look at the art on display through the subjects of though the subjects of the painting aren't so readily visible. The ceiling above is glossy and almost mirror-like, reflecting those that walk below, but softening the edges. Each painting looks the same, almost its own miniature room housing luxurious couches, a mix of materials, decadent velvet, along sleek black velvet, and a dance of senses. Heavy curtains lurk at the edges of the neon frames bound by black tasseled ropes. looking ready to be released to allow the occupants of these booths or paintings to draw them close for a little more privacy. If you so choose. The scent, undefinable as anything in particular, but tickling the senses, can be scented wafting through the air every so often. Breathing deeply, you'll find yourself inclined to breathe even deeper, even those of you that don't have to breathe to live. You can feel a softness settling on your skin, like a blanket fresh from a dryer, warm and quiet, and beckoning you a little deeper. Black walls, you can see glowing, but on the black walls you can see glowing butterflies, faint gold, illuminated by more red to make it seem like they are emerging almost from a hidden fire. You notice a flicker of movement from the ceiling, and a twist of your head shows red butterflies dancing across the glossy black surface. Welcome to the Dollhouse. Decadence like none we have shown before. Each room can be rented out if you need, and one of our dolls can be at your disposal at a moment's notice. Marcus walks over to one of the curtained off rooms. Looks at you all. Over at Seraphina for a very long moment. You are responsible actually for bringing us, I wouldn't call her a team lead, more the manager of this area. You would know her as Cassie. Unfortunately, she is indisposed at the moment. But she is very well compensated, as are all of our dolls. Like I said, like Seraphina said, we have all of their consent. So rustling from behind the curtain, Marcus stops for a moment, looks confused. Then he turns around and opens the curtain, where you find Prue, actually, and one of the other kindred from the Velvet Pussycat. Prue's feeding from her. Prue looks
You
up.
see Ro look over. Occupied!
Marcus is caught off guard, which is not normal for him. Sorry, I didn't realize there was somebody there. And he just very slowly closes the curtain, looking really awkward as he does. And that's where we're going to end session for tonight.